Should be. Barcelona need a massive response here from their world-class players, because Messi knows Real Madrid's never had them painted into a corner like this.
All eyes on Alejandro Hernandez as we get the bird's eye view. Even the birds stopping to watch this one. Impressive from Sergio. Right-handed, but he's got a left foot.
Lovely style, and it'll be look to be mirrored by the white shirts, but you can never count Barcelona out of any game or any title. But they've certainly got to dig deep here today to keep off this incredible Real Madrid side that has been inspirational under Zinedine Zidane, and all of his critics have gone awfully quiet all of a sudden. Madrid have just lost 2 games all season in La Liga. They've shown very, very few signs of any vulnerabilities under him. But they have conceded, Phil, 33 goals, and Barcelona will know that they're going to get their opportunities. Going to be pivotal for Barca to take their isolated opportunities when they come.
Starting lineups brought to you by AT&T. The last in a Clásico, at least for now, for that man, Luis Enrique, announced his retirement, resignation, should we say, from Barcelona, and it resulted in a bounce, but it's kind of turned into a dead cat over the last few games. Knocked aside by Casemiro, Modric under pressure, but keeps it alive.
Good refereeing by Alejandro Hernandez, our man in yellow today. Allowing the game to breathe in the early going. Not much in that challenge. That's a good ball.
Over Alba, met by Carvajal, top of the 18. Titi trips up Ronaldo. The referee with a good look, but says no.
Sergio Ramos, absolute brilliance over the distance with kaleidoscopic vision, and found Carvajal brilliantly. And the first time pass from Carvajal finds the dark invader beautifully. That was very close to a penalty.
That's going to be worth another look. Alejandro Hernandez seemed to have it in his vision.
Well, I tell you, talking about vision, let's go back to a defender, Sergio Ramos. Here's the end result of it. Nah, there's nothing there. Umtiti goes in. There's contact on him, but there's nothing that the referee's going to give for a penalty. He's got claims. If he got a touch on the ball, I think, Phil, and touched it, kissed it past Umtiti, and then the contact came through, may have been different.
Similar as Busquets appeals for a foul. Ronaldo with a burst of speed. No doubt about Umtiti's challenge this time.
What a pass from Sergio Ramos. It's got to be given full credit. That was the genesis of Sergio Ramos.
Arguably, 3 or 4 players could be on the podium. Well, one of them not dressed today in Neymar, and here's Suarez. His role changes without the Brazilian, Ray.
That man on the far left side with the beautiful afro cut. Marcelo's another one that is having a stupendously magnificent season.
Good look at our players to watch on the day. Of course, Ronaldo and Messi.
It's another good ball. Nice little nod down. Good pass.
Back to Carvajal in the box. Chips it across. Rakitic dropping back to
Trying to
defend.
find the head of Gareth Bale there. Lovely little stab ball from Carvajal. Although that was on the head of the pin there for Gareth to feast on.
Inside, tracking back Ter Stegen. Benzema can't bring it under control.
Well, straight away, Barcelona's defence busier than a blind dog in a meat house. They've got a lot to cover. Another ant farm attack by the Royal Whites, right out of the traps. He's very close to getting that. Oh, he got the force touch. The first replay, it didn't look as if he got the first touch, but he did. It was legit claims.
Alba tries to flip it down the line, stays in play, soaring up Nacho, making his Clasico debut.
Oh,
Casemiro, hip check.
Rottweiler on a little poodle there between Casemiro and Ivan Rakitic. Still thought on the conduct of the penalty, and Real Madrid fans will take one side of the table and Barca on the second, on the other, of course, but there was very minimal contact on Cristiano. But it's all it can take to put off a player like that when he's travelling at that speed.
Messi eludes Ronaldo, near side Alba. It is a four-back from Barcelona today, at least by name. Roberto and Alba on the flanks. A few experiments from Luis Enrique of late.
Well played.
Iniesta with a stop-start to try and get away from Kroos.
Iniesta at his best, beautiful.
Alba throws in a block.
Good cover by Real Madrid, 3-on-2, and they come away with it with Toni Kroos, and here's the counter, brilliant ball.
And down again for Ronaldo with the afterjets burning. Cuts to the inside. The run is on, the shot goes low, and down goes Ter Stegen with the save.
It's a wonderful attack by Real Madrid. Starts with brilliant cover, far down the other side, and Benzema turning and saying, feed me, baby. But beautiful defending by Real Madrid, and the control of the ball, 2 passes, and they've balled the field up.
Take a look at our TireRack.com keys to the game. First of all, Real Madrid keeping their hands on the steering wheel. They have everything going their way, but they're in the driver's seat depending upon what happens today.
Certainly, they're going to not take their eye off the game for sure, and got one hand on this if they get the result, but it's a big if. They have started like a Chinese firecracker here today and have been almost foot perfect.
Onside.
Yeah, it's a good run.
Flag coming up incorrectly. By the way, that last one, Ray, as far as our TireRack.com keys to the game, Casemiro and Busquets, they might not be in the spotlight, but they should be.
Good ball, he's in again.
Flag comes up to deny the British winger.
Gareth cannot wait. You see, you got to stay hungry. He looks like he's just about starving tonight, as Bruce Springsteen used to sing. Oh, that's very close again. Frog's hair in between them, but he may have just got it right.
Bale making his 100th appearance for Real Madrid in league play. Only the 3rd British player, following Beckham and Lineker, to do so. Inside, Suarez bodied down Casemiro, and he's still down. Might have had the wind knocked out of him.
Typical El Clasico start, isn't it, Phil? Right from the get-go. No warm-up needed. No dress rehearsals for a game like this. Real Madrid certainly playing the home advantage part of it and dominating in the early going, but Iniesta looks as if he's got his beautiful feet on the right footballing legs here today as well.
The ball rolling the Merengues' way.
Yeah, they've really been pushing the game, looking for blood, like the piranhas.
Talked about how Bale coming back from injury. No such luck with Pepe or Varane, which means Nacho's been in the uncharacteristic position of a regular starter next to Ramos, and for the most part it's worked.
no real distractions for Barcelona, of course, other than their Kings Cup final. That's another peach of a pass.
Laid off Ronaldo. Benzema tries to return the favor.
The big onus on Real Madrid and Zidane is they realise they've got one hand on La Liga, and it's going to be a long time coming. Won La Liga in how many years, Phil?
Well, they won in 2012, but that's the only league crown that Real Madrid have won in the second reign of Florentino Perez. You have to go back to 2008. So
that's way too long. That's a good pass again. Messi wants it back.
Rakitic. Here's Alba. Messi on the inside. Runs away from the little Argentine. Perhaps toying with Kroos. Iniesta from distance. Similar spot.
Luka Modric needed to get that one. This is a shot from the pale-faced assassin, but it nearly squirts under Luka Modric's studs. And that would have fallen beautifully for Suarez. This crowd sensing that this is a game of special proportions. They've seen the Manita. They've seen the 6-2 undressing a few years ago when this man scored the last goal. You sense that, oh, he slips.
Benzema beaten by Piqué.
Piqué nearly caught out with his knickers down there. Good recovery.
Again, hashtag be in La Liga.
Good play.
We'll get to it in a moment, but Alba threads it in. Suarez strikes, and it whistles wide of the post.
Beautiful play. Starts with the medicine man, of course, Messi, with his kaleidoscopic vision. Plays it out to Jordi Alba. Beautiful first time. He pings it into Suarez. He's got a velvet cushion tied around this right foot. Takes the pace off it and then stings it. But Keylor Navas is reading his eyes. He has that look at the Cristiano hit. The approach to Cristiano's strike was even more impressive.
Ray, getting back to the question, despite being the hero in recent matches for Real Madrid, Isco starts this match from the bench, and Bale is out there as a starter. Good choice for Zidane? The right choice?
A hard choice. Only time will tell. See how fit Gareth is and what he brings, because certainly little Francisco brought an awful lot to Real Madrid in both the Champions League game and their league games. What a ball that is.
Marcelo tries to one-touch it in. Falls for Rakitic, who falls himself. Good balance on that far sideline.
Gets out of it beautifully. It looked like he was corralled into that dead ball line, but beautiful twinkle toes by the Croatian.
Alba and Bale nipping at each other's heels. Busquets, get it, give it. Messi without Neymar in the middle, dueling with Casemiro, who sticks a spike in his back.
Well, Lionel twisting and turning like an alligator with an itch, and Casemiro is basically humiliated. Messi shows him and says, come and get it, do you want to dance? Casemiro is beaten beautifully, and then the machete comes through and he cannot run without his legs.
A little early for a caution for the Brazilian, though.
Yep.
Touched back, and Umtiti will get there.
And really, there's a bit of rush of blood by Casemiro, who's been playing absolutely brilliant, but no need to clip Lionel there.
Bale on defense, but he leaves it shy. Navas out quickly.
Short pass back to the goalkeeper, nearly made the pay. When we see this one again, his heart was in his mouth that time. Here again, sends him the wrong way, and actually his shadow as well. He's past him and he's off to the races like a teenager on a hot rod, just about to pick his pass. So that's a fair yellow card.
Much made of the relationship between the superstars at Barcelona and their soon-to-be departing manager. Has not been a comfortable season for Luis Enrique, even though on paper he is one of the best managers that the club has never had. Just seems as though he's never quite fit.
one of those things you call statistics that is inarguable, Phil. It's the fact that Real Madrid under Lucho Enrique have consistently let more goals in with each passing reign of his. The goals against average has been on a slope down, none more so than this year. Unlucky by Gareth. Again, the run dictating the pass, but he's twitching like the greyhound in the traps and cannot hold him.
Well, Luis Enrique, as you see in that grayish silver suit on the sideline, quite familiar with his match. 13 years as a player, 5 with Real Madrid, 8 with Barcelona.
Beautiful coolness there by Ter Stegen, playing it into Busquets with Toni Kroos less than 2 yards away from him.
Well, you know, one thing Luis Enrique has never seen as a manager in the Clásico? A Lionel Messi goal.
In a while.
Oh, to Suarez, over for Paco, back to Messi. He scored a hat-trick in 2014 with Tata Martino in charge, the current Atlanta United boss. But since then, he has been shut out in 6 straight meetings.
You can hear the Real Madrid fans telling you to shut up, Phil.
Don't remind him. There's our Twitter handles. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, use the hashtag #BeInLaLiga and send in your thoughts. And Titi back. Ter Stegen. Piqué looking long. He has a gap. Oh, but he sails it over Paco.
A bad effort either. That high line there. Just trying to turn the defence around and drop it into that area. Just overhit by a couple of pounds. Game finally starting to, well, not exactly settle down, but go down a half a gear.
Busquets lays it back. Another question from a viewer. Well, to this point, he's got to be given the chance. But 4 goals on the campaign. It took him a while to get his first, but he seems to be fitting in, Ray.
He's been sensing his old Valencia ability for sure. There's been distinct signs of it, of him fitting in and getting a better understanding along with the Charrua and Messi. So Paco, another great opportunity for him to hit
Andres
the high
Iniesta.
note.
His 35th Clásico for Don Andres. Trying to pirouette away a la Neymar. Alcácer not quite so fortunate. Modric into the gap. Ronaldo for Benzema.
This is so unlucky from Cristiano. It was on for him to take the pop shot, but I doubt if it would ever found its way through to Ter Stegen, and it's an intelligent little dagger ball from Cristiano that was, I think it hit the back of the heels of the Barcelona defender. Great run.
Messi with his foot on the gas, lays it off. Rakitic couldn't quite get there.
Well, Messi, beautiful squirrel on a telephone wire run, and he's got it on his left side, Phil. I thought he was going to catapult this one home. He sees Rakitic fading away from his defender like tissue on a toilet roll, but Leo overhits the pass. Look out!
Chance at the top of the box for Suarez. Scoops it around Marcelo. Driven in by Roberto, but straight to Casemiro.
A great pulsating game of football. Absolutely seesaw football. He's onside. No!
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Again, Barcelona pushing up right to the halfway line and leaving the cow's field behind. Here's this brilliant run from Leo. Beautiful, and as usual, is predictable as a wasp. After a sip of Cuban coffee, they cannot contain him. This one, oh, what do you think? That's very, very close. Maybe a lick of his hair gel offside.
Iniesta, 3 men to beat. Couldn't get it past Bale.
Good turn.
Modric to the inside.
He's got options here.
3 making the run.
It's a great ball.
It's in for Benzema. In a low roller, Ter Stegen with the save.
Pulls his oil trigger. Maybe one step too quickly. Brilliant ball from Modric. Into straight, just like this one. Great layoff.
And just missing the strike was Suarez.
And you cannot give highlights of these players because it moves from one end to the other in a blink of a bee's eye. It was brilliant by Real Madrid. Almost brilliant by Barcelona.
Brilliant.
Got to stretch the English language when you're trying to describe these guys.
Well, it is the anniversary of Shakespeare's birth today, so...
Oh, really? Happy birthday, Billy!
It's also St. George's Day, so who knows? Geordie's in celebration at the moment. Chance now for
what a great
Modric.
ball. What a beautiful, beautiful change of attack from Luka.
Marcelo in for Kroos. Casemiro whittling their way forward. Bale scoops it with his left, but no one makes the run. And that will trickle out for the goal kick. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast team as we take a look at this brilliance. But Jamie Easton on the sidelines at the Santiago Bernabeu, and the fans are giving Gerard Piqué a nice welcome, Jamie. It's a good thing he's a footballer. I don't think he'd make a good politician in Madrid. 20th minute, ticking to a close, out wide for Ronaldo. Benzema, the only man inside, drives it low, and a stop by Ter Stegen.
Absolute howitzer from Cristiano, and Messi, I believe, is still down at the other side, and they're going to put this one out.
Man. Lionel Messi. And let's go back to the sidelines. Jamie Easton, what did we miss?
Really not much there intentionally, I believe, from Marcelo. His arm comes up just for balance, and there's no jackknifing of Marcelo's elbow into the face at all. I think it's purely accidental. It doesn't keep the red stuff inside where it belongs, but Marcelo and Real Madrid playing by prison rules here, and I don't think there was anything intentional, let me say, from Marcelo.
Maybe leaning to protect himself just a little bit.
I don't think so. I think it's just pure balance. The arm comes up, and certainly as the arm's coming up, Leo's barreling through and contacts him.
You can see as we watch Ronaldo strike.
Sizzler, and that's a good save by Ter Stegen. This one, he unloads, and the slow motion replay does no justice to the save, because that one is coming at Ter Stegen in an absolute flash. Again, wonderful twists and turns like a cheap garden hose from the Dark Invader. Brilliant, wonderful balance, and then to adjust that balance and then unload like that. Special from Cristiano.
Neymar, and now Messi on the sideline. Barcelona short-handed, to say the least. He should be able to come back. The video showing that it might not have been as bad as it looks. Bale tries to catch that one on the fly.
Another absolute amazing X-ray vision pass into the danger man, and maybe he needed to get a little bit more of an angle on it, but it's dropping over his shoulder. He does well to even hit it cleanly. Great pass, though, to set up the Welshman.
This is a Clasico where Real Madrid in the driver's seat. They have the edge. They have a game in hand. But now at the top of the box, Benzema pushing it wide for Bale.
Could have chipped that one. Ter Stegen well off his lane.
Riflesing it over everyone.
Ter Stegen comes off the lane and leaves it open, and that's what Benzema is saying. Give me a shout.
Continuing
Looks like
to bleed.
it's on the outside of his face rather than the teeth cutting him on the inside. That might be easier to contain.
Touch back for Messi, who supplies his own triage as well as trying to draw blood against Real.
He only needs one arm to keep balanced, Messi.
Peeling away from Suarez, cutting inside of Messi. Casemiro.
Good switch.
Here's Marcelo.
Good first touch.
Against Roberto.
Picking out his target.
Drives
him. Brilliant.
Ronaldo. And into the stands.
And I'm not so sure that he would have done better to let this one run on to the streaking Welshman who is in behind him, and I think Marcelo is trying to pick out Gareth Bale. Wonderful run. He takes a look and takes 100 freeze frame pictures with that cerebral camera, and right there probably Cristiano recognised that it ain't going to get through to the Welshman. He has that brilliant ball from Tony Kroos, absolute pixel perfect. In fact, pixels are too big to measure that. Look at that perfect pass. That's why he didn't need to control it.
Bleeding seems to have stopped. Messi and Iniesta, a two-man game. Busquets surrenders it, but then reclaims it.
24 minutes gone by. Where did it go?
I think we're going to need more oxygen.
The great ball again, man.
Marco Alcácer, but stripped. Good defense from Dani Carvajal. And out to the feet of Zinedine Zidane.
And for all of his attacking prowess, Dani Carvajal, wonderful positioning on the defender, in his defense on Paco. Doesn't dive in, gets his position right, his distance, and then just steps in at the exquisite moment. Good defending again from Real Madrid.
Arguably the best right back on the planet.
Yeah, I've got to be well up there.
Modric. In for Kroos. There's a question whether he would be out there today after his Champions League heroics.
Barcelona doing more than a half-decent job in keeping that left side quieter than what we usually see it in, and putting the cork up Marcelo's nose a little bit.
Benzema's pass with the slip brought down by the arm, says the referee. 34-year-old Canary Islander Alejandro Jose Hernandez.
Not much complaints there.
Hernandez has been reffing since the age of 13 in adult leagues. On the top flight since 2012, and now his second season as a FIFA ref.
What a save again. He's been called upon today to make some really cracking saves, Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
This could be dangerous. Bursting up the middle, Ronaldo back to Benzema, stripped by Busquets.
Just a split second too late. Benzema trying to get it back to the Dark Invader, who peeled away beautifully from his defender and just needed that little slip pass. It felt as if he could do the last defender. It's 2 against 2, Phil. It's hard to deny Benzema, but Cristiano had floated away from that space and into a beautiful position.
Messi with the bandage hanging from his nose, trying to keep the blood on the inside.
It's in his mouth.
Lays it off again for Busquets. Rakitic gets rid of it quickly as Ramos comes out. And he's 7th minute, halfway done. Looking for Paco, but not enough. And still scoreless. Not for a lack of trying in the midfield.
Wonderful St. George against the Dragon here. Take a pick. Who's who?
Marcelo denied his run briefly. Modric looks the other way.
With a great pass.
Ronaldo draws Umtiti.
Lovely touch.
Carvajal for Bale.
Great run.
One touch, but there's Piqué to sweep it out.
Choreographed slider from Piqué. Trying to tell them to compose each other and get the insurance around. That's fish-shaking defending by Shakira's old man.
First corner of the match. Almost at the half-hour mark already. Ter Stegen in the center of his 6. Whipped across. Out comes the German. Got a touch. Marcelo back in the middle. Off the post from Ramos and buried by Casemiro. This time he draws blood the old-fashioned way.
Ter Stegen comes and flaps this for me. And that's the genesis. They don't shift at Barcelona and Real Madrid. Compound Messi's misery here. An ugly goal, but it doesn't matter. It could be as ugly as a witch's nose covered in warts. Real Madrid fans don't mind. And that little cherub this. Marcelo again, beautiful control, feeds in a beautiful ball over the top. Who's this one to? Cristiano. It's hit by Sergio Ramos. It kisses the upright, and it's millimeters away from finding the target. And Casemiro says, "I got your back," and does the mop-up work. Nobody covering the runner at that back post. They go to sleep. They forget about what if, and he is as free as a bird in the park. But again, credit this danger ball from who else? Marcelo. Defining pass of this 28-minute game, and that's easy peasy Japanese for the Brazilian.
44 straight league games with a goal for Real Madrid, trailing only Barcelona from a few seasons ago. Now they lead Barcelona. First match between these two ended in a 1-0 draw at the Camp Nou, thanks to Ramos's late heroics. This time a bit earlier, as his shot off the post sets up Casemiro. First opening goal for Real Madrid in a Clásico after 6.
Really sense that Barcelona, and this is stating the absolute obvious, but missing that dynamic of Neymar is a big miss, because Barcelona maybe have been a little outplayed in this opening minute. This home field advantage certainly telling for Real Madrid, but Barca have been hanging in. But have they really tested Navas? This left side in particular, Paco Alcácer, being rather in the margins of the match.
By the way, that live standings, Real Madrid still with a game in hand, and that would practically lock up La Liga. And maybe Atletico with an opening to sneak into the 2 spot.
It's a good IPK.
Wins Rakitic. Messi tried to thread it through. Too many defenders in the way. A quarter hour left in the opening half. Busquets intercepts.
Giving Marcelo that much room in a game like this is like giving Dracula a blood transfusion, Phil. The way he picked out Sergio Ramos with that pass, with that much time and space, Marcelo will thread the needle every time.
Chance now for Alba in the center. Real catching their breath with the goal in their pocket. Messi harassed again. Knocked down by Casemiro again. And the referee calls a foul again.
All the sparkling footballers on display here, some of the best attacking players on planet Earth, and yet it's Casemiro, of all people, who comes in and separates these two teams so far.
Here's Iniesta. As you can see, Barcelona yet to commit a foul. Maybe they need to get a little nastier. Our side, Roberto. As he retreats, let's go back to the sidelines. Jamie Easton, what do you got? Get to Jamie in a moment. In for Messi.
The touch.
Busquets.
And again.
Rakitic, one touch. Messi strides.
Brilliant.
Strikes. Scores! We're tied at 1. Magic from Messi.
Astonishing again. Messi proves that in the footballing labyrinth world that he is the Minotaur. As cool as a bomb disposal expert on the run. This is wonderful set-up play, but how Messi slaloms through the defenses again. Ultra special. So many decisions to make for Lionel, but he's like a silicon chip with legs and covered with eyes. Look at this. Absolutely astonishing from the man from Argentina, who is cleaner than Neutrogena with his finish. Wonderful control. He tattoos the ball to his feet. And again, he defies the laws of physics. He knows the laws of physics. They don't know him. Again, bringing this game level, and perhaps a little bit against the run of play, it must be said. When they need the inspiration, it's the medicine man who comes out. Messi, just a beautiful goal. Was as much of his control, Phil, on the run as admirable as the finish. Taking that at absolute warp speed and then two beautiful touches to kiss it past his defenders. Bad giveaway.
Chance now for Paco, back for Iniesta, and it got away from him. By my count, nearly 475 scoreless minutes for Messi, and
take a look at this again. When this ball's pulled back to him, 1-2, he's through. Amazing. Again, the artful dodger pickpockets the defense and asks for more.
Could argue Real Madrid left themselves a little open to that, but Messi has to burst through. And now tied at 1.
There's maybe 2 players in the world, maybe 3 or 4 at tops, that can take a ball like that on the run and whisper it past the defenders.
Looking for another. Suarez. Up steps Ramos. 34th Clasico for the Real Madrid captain. And as you saw, Messi stretches his lead as the all-time Clasico goal scorer. Marcelo. Benzema on his inside. Gross switches.
Marcelo pushing into that left winger position at will here.
Modric! And what a stop by Ter Stegen. Back into the middle by Ronaldo, but it curls across.
Well, either way, Modric, this is a cross between a sledgehammer and a rapier. Again, the distance means nothing to him, and power without placement and accuracy is nothing. But he gets everything right, and he catapults this one. And Ter Stegen again, like a parrot, at full flight.
Let's go back to the sidelines as Gareth Bale is down. Jamie Easton, what does it look like?
This looks at risk. Well, this was a risk right from the kickoff, and Zidane said we're willing to take it, and he may rue that decision. He knew going in he wasn't 100% right. Here's another look at the goal. Again, Dracula gets the ball. He feeds it in. Lovely strike from Sergio Ramos. Tries to caress that one on the inside. And Casemiro, to him, he's got a wonderful target to hit on that back post, and they flood in like a flock of seagulls.
And as you see, the players that were offside, but Ramos was not one of them.
Look at this, left, right. Look at the caresses, the wonderful touch. For the first time, thank you for showing us that in slow motion, because that is not just prismatic vision by Messi, where he sees through 2 players and the goalkeeper. That is astonishing, and he executes not just with prejudice, but extreme prettiness. 1-1.
As we said, that is arguably the best right back in the world, and he left him flailing. Jamie Easton, well, we talked about the fact that Gareth Bale starting injured, and it looks like they're going to have to make a switch, Jamie. The score line. Gareth Bale, by the way, just 1 goal now in 7 Clásicos, but that one did win the cup. He'll have to be a spectator for the rest of this one. Benzema sneaks it through nicely. Ronaldo, up steps Umtiti, down goes Ronaldo, and he got the ball, or did he? And it looks like the referee saying his assistant on the far side correcting his vision.
Doesn't matter if he gets the ball, if he gets the player first. And the reach in seemingly is across the player right here. It's not even a challenge near the ball by Samuel Umtiti, just taking the running legs from Cristiano. Brilliant skill. He's been sharp as a porcupine's backside tonight, Cristiano, in his decision makings, in his beautiful floating away and integrating in between Benzema and all of the space around him.
By the way, that call from a substitute assistant. Jose Enrique Naranjo was supposed to be out there today with Alejandro Hernandez, but injured during the week. Miguel Martinez stepping in on the far side. And as you can see, the referee giving him the thumbs up for spotting the foul. Marco Asensio stepping in. Ray, I know you said no tennis players, but it was Rafa Nadal who celebrates another trophy earlier today. Longtime Madrid fan from Mallorca. Arguably the greatest athlete that the island has ever produced, saying you might want to take a look at this Asensio kid. And Florentino Perez opens up the checkbook, less than $5 million. And right now he looks to be maybe one of the buys of the century.
Certainly one of the Spanish players that's going to be decorating all of world football. Asensio, it's Real Madrid's property now, and they've got an absolute Koh-i-Noor diamond in the shape of Asensio.
Vicente Del Bosque said he is the biggest Spanish talent out there right now.
What a compliment that is. Play on.
Chance now for Suarez, in for Messi, back for the Uruguayan. Touched aside by Nacho, but only as far as Messi. Oh, and it's just wide.
Again, wants the corner kick. Can't get his words out to the referee, of course. But beautiful play. Messi starts it with this beautiful invite into Suarez. Again, it looks as if it takes a touch past Carvajal right here, and it does.
Don't doubt Messi. He has an interesting relationship with that ball. Back now for Navas under pressure. 1-1. It doesn't look like it's going to end that way. Casemiro in the 28th. 5 minutes later, it was Messi to equalize. Ending his 6-match drought. Ter Stegen.
Wonderful game. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen really has come up with some wonderful saves to keep his team in this game and allow Messi to produce his magic for the equaliser. But Ter Stegen has been, well, probably having his best game in between the sticks for Barca.
Volkswagen halftime show coming up with all of the highlights. Busquets in the center. Messi has claimed a scalp. Can Ronaldo follow suit?
Well, he's certainly been hammering away at the door, hasn't he? Cristiano having an absolutely inspirational game. Super danger man. And he has been leading the line as much as Benzema. Lovely combination between the two. Very difficult to contain, but Gerard Piqué and Umtiti just doing enough with the help of Ter Stegen, and they've needed it.
Stegen again. Ronaldo challenges. This one a more standard clearance upfield. Reclaimed by Kroos. Frees Marcelo. Umtiti in good position.
Oh, what a ball.
Scoops it over for Iniesta. Draws Casemiro. And then finds the open Messi, who has shed his makeshift bandage. In for Suarez. Lifts it for Alba. Oh. The drop to Paco might have been there.
Asensio does a great job covering him up. Beautiful ball as an invite. It's gilt-edged for the finish, but Asensio tracking back and typifying Real Madrid's transition. Wonderful covering up from Asensio, doing his donkey work and covering up and saving what would have been a certain go-ahead goal. Sharp today, Ronaldo.
Whistle from Hernandez. Free kick in the center circle.
And he's looking for here's that wonderful ball from Messi. Plays Suarez in, and then the ball over the top. Look at this. A wonderful cutaway from Suarez, and Asensio just doing enough to put his man off of his strike. Jordi Alba very close to rattling it home.
23-6-2. Only Sevilla and Valencia have been able to claim 3 points against Real Madrid, who are the only team in La Liga still unbeaten at home. Ray, looking to make a little history. You talked about the fact they haven't won a league crown since 2012, and that the only one since 2008. But if they stay in front to the finish line here and win the Champions League, it would be their first European double in 59 years. So something historic on the line for this historic team.
A historic player producing historic management skills. Love the way Zidane's quietened up his many critics with their long knives. His team's playing absolutely wonderful, and here this game is poised so precariously on a very thin ledge, and it's high up. Look out!
Chance to the inside for Asensio, but he forgot something.
Paco, good intervention.
2 minutes added to this one. Modric almost tackled by Alba.
And he needed to get there. What a pass
from Suarez. It's Messi, and he's got an angle.
Wants Ivan to take off.
Real scrambling back, fights through Casemiro's challenge, and another free kick. Casemiro has to be careful. He's carrying a caution.
Well, this is a wonderful attack again, and there's opportunities right and left, and before Messi can pick out his pass, his legs are taken away. Casemiro steps in accidentally on purpose and stops him right here. That's an intentional stamp, it seems, but referee doesn't see it that way. Sees that he was challenging for the ball.
Well, could have been another yellow, and boy, would that have shaken things up. Free kick, maybe the last chance before this half comes to a close.
Certainly think either way it was a gamble by Casemiro, but he won.
Messi leaves it to Rakitic, in for Umtiti. Top of the box, Asensio, back in from Roberto, and out to the midfield for Alba. Zidane at the edge of the area, looking on. Nice from Iniesta. Spots the run of Alba, threads it through the needle, into the middle. And this could be a problem. It looks like Nacho, as he parried the ball out for a corner, is hurt. And they don't have another center back out there. His knee seems to buckle as he lands.
Well, it's not, I think, as he lands, but as the leg comes in and tries to balance himself. It may have been a hyperextension, but he's bounced up. Brave as a matador.
Talked about Real Madrid being the best team when it comes to set play goals. Barcelona not that far behind him with 20. Rakitic.
Oh!
Almost. Navas. Messi at the back post couldn't guide it in.
Well, Messi, like a ghost in a thick Scottish fog, appears out of nowhere. He peels away from Marcelo like skin on a tangerine, and he kind of put this one into the open, empty net.
1-1 at the half. 233rd official Clásico. Real Madrid and Barcelona tied at 1, and this match brought to you by Volkswagen. Real Madrid 23-6-2 with 75 points. Barcelona 22-6-4 with 72. They would draw level even with Real Madrid's game in hand, but should Real Madrid win, in many ways the title slips away. Bale's injury, one of the stories. Marco Asensio, the 21-year-old phenom, has stepped in to replace him. Lionel Messi, even though blood was pouring from his mouth, refused to stay out, and shortly thereafter scored the equalizing goal, his 30th of the season, just moments away from the start of the second half. Second half underway. Real Madrid, the goal just prior to the half hour. Lionel Messi would equalize just after. And another 45 minutes to go. Phil Shane, Ray Hudson with you. Jose Hernandez, Pablo Marinho on our Spanish language side. And again, Ray, whether you're at one of the Peña celebrations in the skyscrapers of Los Angeles, whether you're at our watch party in New York City with your favorite beverage in hand, or on the couch in your very own living room, welcome aboard. And boy, has this lived up to billing.
It's been an absolutely brilliant Clásico, living up to its full name. And as we saw those beautiful pictures from Thessalonica in Greece, excuse me, those wonderful refugees enjoying the moment. And as you say, Phil, all the Peñas across our great land, from California to Florida to New York and everywhere else in between, welcome aboard.
Well, here's Rakitic, beaten to the ball by Toni Kroos. Lungs of iron for the German midfielder, although Sergio Roberto showing some steel.
It's a great ball from Piqué, asking Messi a serious question, and Messi answers it the way only he can. Asensio.
Burst of speed for the 21-year-old attacker.
He's got options in the back.
Sends it wide for Carvajal. Oh! And a two-hit off of Piqué that somehow goes wide.
Wonderful decision by Asensio. He's got the dark invader and Benzema begging for the ball on the inside of him. He says, I see you lads, I don't need you right now, but get ready for this ball. Delivered almost impeccably by Carvajal, but again, brilliant intervention by Gerard Piqué. He's done that a number of times in the game, having a storm at the number 3.
Ripped inside, cleared away. Messi inside the box, headed in the wrong direction. And in fact, it's stolen away by Rakitic. Carvajal. Modric wants it, but he goes center for Casemiro. Real Madrid in front, but history, if it's to be a guide, says this is maybe not must win, but must not lose. Only 4 times in the history of the game has a team lost a Clásico home leg and gone on to win the league crown. Barcelona did it twice.
Oh, he's got space behind him.
Marcelo in, cross, and the right hand of Ter Stegen pushes it wide.
Again, Marcelo waits for the exquisite moment. He holds, he hesitates until the arrival of Toni comes, but Ter Stegen again stretches his fingernails to deny.
The sprockets lined up on that one as German
so clever
denies
again,
German.
Marcelo with his decision making, discounted if you like, is nothing. But I'm telling you, you see so many players just booted into the danger area and live in hope, but not Marcelo. He waits for a better combination, a better option, and it arrives here.
What a stop.
Truly soft as a mother's kiss, the hit from Toni Kroos. A good ball.
Back across the middle, but just too high for Ronaldo.
Marcelo again, the prime architect, man. The puppeteer of this Real Madrid side. freeze frames everything in front of him. Waits in one blink of his beautiful Brazilian eyes, finds that the options are covered on the inside, and that Tony's got a better angle to deliver a killer ball. The darkened area rises like a salmon out of a beautiful fresh summer stream. It just misses the target.
Down goes Piqué. Got hooked and he's hurt. Actually, Busquets it was. As he tried to peel away, he might have pulled a groin muscle.
He's fine. I don't think it's his groin there. It's a good whack through the standing leg, and that should have been called as a yellow card.
Just a foul, says Hernandez. He was also in charge of the Cruyff Clásico last year. Real went to the Camp Nou and walked away with a 2-1 win. Alba wants it back. Iniesta finds the creative way, but offside the call.
Oh, he's got to take off like a bottle rocket here, and Iniesta just can't deliver the pass quickly enough. He's already off to the races. Whoa, he's onside.
Marcelo keeping him on.
Certainly was.
Although a moot point perhaps is unable to swing that cross in.
It's not true, Phil. You never know, even in an atmosphere like this, the raising of that flag from world-class players can be a distraction, but I think you're probably right there, especially in this atmosphere, would deafen a bat.
It's the reigning league champion, the reigning cup champion, who are in the final again against Alaves, against the reigning European champion and the reigning world champion. In fact, you could say two, as Barcelona's world crown just usurped by Real Madrid a few months ago.
Clever, unlucky.
Asensio.
A good tackle by Luis Suarez.
Okay, back to Ter Stegen, pressured, and he gives it away. Still 1-1, 6 minutes into the second half. Hall with the afterburners. One back. Real Madrid just a step quicker. Benzema, 3 defenders to beat, top of the box. Sergio Roberto. Busquets with the quick feet. And a foul. Ramos not happy with the late call. And Hernandez not happy with Ramos.
Busquets will always attract the challenge like this. So capable of getting it off of his feet. There's nothing there. Sergio Ramos is 100% right. He pulls out, if anything, of the tackle. Well, the ball's off of his foot. So little contact in. Slow motion replay shows it was wrong. Just step in, but doesn't seem to be any contact on Sergi there.
Last year's Clásico quickening the exit for Rafa Benitez with a 4-0 thrashing at the Santiago Bernabéu, which means Luis Enrique with a chance to do something only one other manager has ever done, winning back-to-back Clásicos at the Bernabéu. Pep did it in 09 and 10. Nice from Marcelo, and a kick save from Ter Stegen to deny Benzema.
Again, Marcelo should be playing with a biohazard on his shirt. He creates danger every time he gets the ball, and Barcelona's got to do a much better job letting the Brazilian off his hook like this. A brilliant ball played in again. It's pixel perfect. What a save by Ter Stegen to deny the Frenchman.
So Neuer do something similar midweek inside, and Suarez will clear. Rifled towards the corner, and Ter Stegen sweeps over, but Carvajal's shot screws wide.
Continual threat of a man I called the best player in world football right now. In many ways, Marcelo. Astonishing how much danger arrives so continually. Barcelona's got to do a better job on locking down on this left side.
Look at that. Shots on goal. That was the problem for Barcelona against Juventus. And it continues to be a problem here today.
Oh, unlucky.
Off the heels of Benzema. Okay. Busquets. Messi. Haven't seen much from Paco Alcácer as Alba.
You're right, Phil. Very much in the margins of this game. And it's not as if he's waiting in the long grass. He's not looking to hunt and hit Real Madrid's back line behind him. There's very little invitational runs from Paco, and there's not a whole hell of a lot of options on the bench for Lucho Enrique.
Haven't seen much of Luis Suarez either. And you talk about the bench. Arda Turan returns from injury. They do have Denis Suarez, Digne, Gomes, Mascherano, and Aleñá.
What a save. Marcelo does everything right. The Frenchman, Big Benz, does brilliantly well. But then ter Stegen comes out with a full house. Great ball.
It's from Rakitic, gets it back in for Paco. Tries to wrong foot Kaylor, who clears it away.
Astonishing from Jordi Alba and Rakitic, especially a diamond of a pass to set up Paco, who's very slack with his finish. A great save in the end by Keylor Navas. But that's got to be looked at as a terrible miss by Paco Alcácer.
Casemiro already with a yellow, got the ball from that angle.
Yeah, take a look at this brilliant touch from Rakitic. He settles it, he's got time and space. He stabs it up with his right foot. Maybe should have came in with the left, but he goes with a toe poke, and it's never going to beat Keylor. And that's a miss that would make Barcelona's fans cry and make an onion cry. Great save again from Keylor. Needed a big game from him, keeping his team in this match, just as Marc-Andre is at the other end.
7 saves for ter Stegen. Navas coming up big here. Messi from about 30 yards on an angle. And the free kick fails him. Talked about the bench for Barcelona. Look at what Zinedine Zidane has for Luis Enrique in store. James Rodriguez, Mateo Kovacic, Alvaro Morata, Danilo, and Isco. In fact, a bench so deep, Lucas Vázquez doesn't even dress today.
That is certainly going to have an impact in the way this game is going to be closed down, you would think. Both teams putting in so much energy, but look out!
Rakitic wins the ball back. Messi for Suarez, but his stride guides it to Navas.
Again, a brilliant ball from Messi, who smuggles this ball through a tiny window of opportunity. It's again measured down to a micron for Suarez, whose touch is as heavy as an anvil. And the chance goes a begging again for Barcelona, who are filling their pants, missing chances galore.
Nacho over. Paco harassing. One back. Now Suarez.
But nothing inside.
0 in the box. But they'll get a corner out of it.
Again, Paco Alcácer, very static, not making any movement for Suarez once he gets it. Messi again. Red carpet pass, creates passing lanes, he doesn't look for them, and Suarez again, just a poor touch.
59th minute. Barcelona heading to the corner, only the second time, guided and then denied. Piqué stopped by Navas.
Well, this is nothing less than a big bucket full of knuckles header from Piqué, who's absolutely dynamite with it. Rises brilliantly, punches it, and there, this green octopus called Keylor Navas reaches in and saves Real Madrid's bacon yet again. Wonderful feline-like reflexes to punch it away. Taking a look at what remains in the regular season.
the next 5 matches. Of course, that Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. They do have the Celta Vigo makeup game as well in La Liga, which gives them a little breathing room. In some ways, knocked out of the Champions League gives Barcelona the ability to focus on the league title.
Ball by Toni Kroos.
Good ball in, but Ronaldo couldn't get there.
Dani Carvajal just not able to wrap his right foot around this to pull it back just a couple of degrees. Again, Piqué rises magnificently under pressure. Great direction to his header. Fizzes it at the goalkeeper. A great header, denied by a tremendous save.
Real Madrid fans not too happy. They don't want Barcelona to lay back. Here's what Barcelona faces in their next 5. The only other non-league match, the league or the cup final against Alaves.
I'm of the opinion that despite what happens in this game, I still think there's 1 or 2 big obstacles for Real Madrid to get around if they do take the full points here today. There's some big games left for both of these teams, not just Real Madrid. That's well played, Samuel.
Nice by Umtiti. Dummied by Suarez, either that or he took his eye off the ball. We have the remaining 6 matches in league play. Only 1 for Real Madrid is against a top 9 team, and only 1 is against a team that's in the relegation race. Everyone else seems to be comfortably mid-table.
Yeah, means they've got nothing to lose and will come with the torpedoes.
Chance now for Rakitic. Lays it off for Iniesta.
These 3 points on offer today are unquestionably going to be a big shift of whatever pressures are ahead for these 2 coaches and all of the decisions that they'll have to undertake. Real Madrid get the 3 out of this, Phil. They're going to be able to take and rotate their players a lot better than what they want if they don't get the win.
2 Madrid bodies down. Carvajal not happy at Suarez's attempt. And Hernandez refuses to be drawn into the fray.
Well, there you go with the referees. The players speaking to him, of course, but the referee, I'm telling you, is an ex-player. The referee's speaking like he's Charlie Brown's school teacher. They don't hear him.
They're just going, you're not going to pull a card? Okay, I'll remember that. Good run. Asensio astride too early. Different look for Real Madrid when Asensio's out there compared to Bale.
And they've got to shuffle it, haven't they? It gives them a wonderful different dynamic. It's not exactly the threat that Gareth brings. That's a beautiful first touch by Dani.
Carvajal with some real estate in front of him. Iniesta trying to cover.
Good ball.
Overlap is on. Modric in the box. Back to Carvajal. Cuts to his right. And he who hesitates.
Again, running at full pelt into the box just shows you how difficult it is to control the ball into the run. He's in.
Just touched away from Ronaldo.
Again, the prime architect, the antagonist that is Marcelo. Says, "Vámonos, muchachos," to this crowd. He freezes Ivan Rakitic and whips a beautiful ball. Again, it's Marcelo every time that sets the tempo of this Real Madrid side like a Jamaican kettle drum band.
Cross in for Suarez. That last replay showed Asensio might have been a little closer than it first appeared.
Great rhythm from Real Madrid when this man's on the ball.
Marcelo, rhythm in his bones. Drawing Busquets away. And then a lucky bounce.
Now, when you're on, you make your own look. They've been apologizing. Luka.
Modric.
Good ball!
But it skips to the waiting arms of Ter Stegen. Undefeated in their last 21 at home.
Wonderful intention to find Cristiano, who ghosts in beautifully, as is his want now. Leaving that wide position and just wonderful penalty box predator anticipation. It's a good ball.
Suarez chugging to get there and playing it safely into the stands.
There's nothing on the outlet pass. Didn't want to take the risk of playing it down to a player in the white shirt with pressure on him, so he uses his option of going all the way back to the keeper.
Not sure if it's Barcelona not looking or Real Madrid trying to mummify Messi, but we haven't seen much of the Argentine lately. Cleared by Ramos. Now to Messi. Roberto Rakitic. Messi poked away. Every time he touches, Casemiro ready to pounce. Ray, looking at our keys to the game, talking about how important Casemiro and Busquets are to the rhythm of their team. Which one has laid the better drum line?
Well, it's a debate, isn't it? Because both teams have been very dangerous in their own way. It's Real Madrid that have been on the front foot for most of this game, but certainly Busquets and Barcelona producing real threats on their counter. They're not really striking at their usual tumble-dryer possession way, but both the pivotal players playing in the pivot position have been doing remarkably well. Again, Marcelo magic.
For Toni Kroos.
Switches on.
And he goes long.
Great delivery from the German World Cup winner.
Asensio drives to his left, scoops it across. Overhead try for Ronaldo wide.
Not many other options that he's got to go for the impossible. It's fading away from his head, so that option's gone. It's a little behind him, but he's still got to try. A magisterial switch of play here, and Asensio sees the Dark Invaders check run right here. Beautiful rainbow pass. It's behind him, it's away from him, it's an impossible height. But for Ronaldo, sometimes impossible's nothing. Good pass.
Slicing it wide. Alba couldn't get it past the first man. There's Nacho sliding over. Starting to get to the exhaustion standpoint.
Good hold up play from
Asensio
the
slices through, has Ronaldo across, and Ronaldo reaches back and touches it high.
Magnificent from Benzema. Absolutely astonishing decision from Asensio. And then Cristiano, sloppy as a soup sandwich with his finish. He's well in. He's ahead of the play. The ball's played in. Very close, but the referee's decision comes up.
Messi spinning away from Casemiro, who got a yellow in the 12th minute.
Amazing lightning strike from the Royal Whites.
Iniesta outside of the boot. Suarez!
Again!
On the races, but Navas to the rescue.
Navas again! Makes the 6-yard box. His octopus is gone. Astonishing from Kehler. Wonderful lead-up play from the Illusionista. Astonishing ball with the outside of his foot. It's absolutely triggered home at full power from Suarez. That is a world-class save from the Tico man.
Driven from the corner, loose in the 18, pops up on Messi and Casemiro. Marcelo is there to clear.
He's on rudimentary saves that this man is picking out. Navas, absolutely jaw-dropping brilliance in the man in green.
Carvajal holding off Suarez, but surrenders possession, and now he's out of position. Busquets, as Nacho tries to cover. Messi freezes the Brazilian, rifles it to the corner. Navas again. Boot comes up from Carvajal. Play on, says the ref. Nice from Ronaldo, but it gets away. Good from Umtiti to knock it out off Ronaldo for the throw.
Again, he sees the game through his kaleidoscopic eyes, but every time he's ahead of the ball. He's full speed ahead, and This one is over the top anyway. It looks like there's going to be a substitution here. These players pouring every ounce of energy and extracting some absolutely amazing cerebral football of the highest order. That's prismatic vision from Iniesta, Phil.
Couple of changes. Let's go to Jamie Easton on the sideline with more. Jamie talking about what will be one of the controversies afterwards.
Good player.
Andre Gomes coming in for Paco. Meanwhile, Kovacic in for Casemiro, perhaps because of the yellow card.
Andre Gomes got some defending to do with Asensio in that position. He's let him off the hook here.
Draws Ter Stegen out, who smartly pushes it away from Ronaldo. Well, as controversial as Luis Enrique has been in his reign, the man he has brought in as his first substitute has also drawn the ire of Barca fans.
He's in again.
Lifted by Marcelo. Alba to clear. Some Real fans thought it should be a handball, but the ref with a good look. Messi wide. Andre Gomes for Paco Alcácer. Messi will probably push forward a bit more, and Suarez will run the center.
Played Umtiti. Very cool at the back here today. Samuel Umtiti having a very solid game alongside Gerard Piqué, who's been his inspiration. Nice lead ball.
Looking for help. Gomes to the goal line, but couldn't get much on it. Carvajal riding him out of play. Modric freezes Busquets, but Messi. Nice from Kovacic, his first touch.
Good ball
and a good
Matteo.
Ball wide to spring Asensio. On his left.
He'll take him on.
1 foot,
Nice
but not a foot.
Go.
Down low, back, but Ter Stegen down quickly.
Pushing on the back of Samuel Umtiti, who's in full reverse. And wonderful cut away to the left side from Asensio, and then a bullet that again is just done enough to Stegen to suffocate it. Thrills and spills. We've seen everything here today. Brilliant goalkeeping, Phil. Tremendous midfield prowess. Wonderful attack from both the magic men from Barcelona and Real Madrid. And still plenty of time for the winner.
Real Madrid ball watching a bit. Busquets steps up, screaming for it. Alba. Suarez on the back post if he can get it. It's Messi inside. Rakitic.
Nice.
With his rifle. Rakitic! Oh! Left foot, far post. Barca's in front of the Bernabeu.
Magisterial strike off the planet charts here. Golazo from the Croatian off of his left foot, but turns into an absolute howitzer. No chance for Keylor Navas. The defenders converge on Messi. It's poked away, then he makes this space. Toni Kroos is put on his back like a turtle right there, and then he curls it home with sweet precision. Ivan the Terrible creates magic, and he vaporizes the Real Madrid defense with a true Croatian golazo to take the lead. A first-class ticket punched. And this one, Keylor tries to reach out, but it's as elusive as a moonbeam and takes Barcelona ahead.
Start of the day, it was Real Madrid with a 3-point lead over Barcelona. Ronaldo at the edge of the 18. This would draw them level on points, and Ray, the tiebreaker in La Liga is head-to-head, and with a win and a draw, if this would hold, Barcelona would end the day atop the league. But again, Real with a game in hand.
Just enjoy the game, Phil. The future's for tomorrow.
75th minute. Benzema couldn't bring it down.
Far from over with these white shirts coming at Barca the way they have. But this place absolutely stunned by
If you missed
Ivan
it,
Rakitic.
watch it again. Facebook.com/beInSportsUSA. Driven into the center. Flag stays down. Ronaldo down low. But Ter Stegen quicker.
Another wonderful pass. Insightful, incisive from who else? The Brazilian man with the big bulging kaleidoscope eyes. Brilliant service from Marcelo.
Well, there is a saying that the Spanish papers love to use, Ray. And I have a feeling we'll see it tomorrow if this score holds. I Liga. There is a league. There is a race for the title. But there's still time for Real Madrid to put a point to it. Maybe man of the match honors for Rakitic, a goal and an assist on the day. Although the assist to Messi. His compatriot, Modric, wide right. Gomes scrambling back on defense. Barcelona catching their breath. Forcing them left. And that's right to the buzzsaw that is Marcelo.
Amazing from Real Madrid, who poured so much into their Champions League game against Bayern Munich. Playing so fresh here, there's so much energy left in, and they are being fed the candle, feeding a flame from this crowd who still believes equalizers out there, and maybe the winner.
Back to the Real Madrid half of the field. Let's go down to the Bernabeu sideline, and Jamie Easton with more. Jamie. Our AT&T sideline reporter Jamie Easton. Benzema trying to sneak it in. PK got a boot in the way.
It's a masterful measured ball by Toni Kroos. Oh!
Tripped up. Ramos. And he's gone. A red card for the Real Madrid captain.
Alejandro Hernandez sees Ramos leaving both of his feet, I believe, and launching Bob Beamon style towards Messi.
They pulled Casemiro because he was in danger.
Instantaneously showing the red card without hesitation. When we see it in replay, is he anywhere close to the ball, and does he have full control of this lunging tackle? If he comes in sliding through, that's one thing. If he leaves his feet like that, it's a complete other dynamic. He leaves his feet. There's no control of the tackle, and that is a leg breaker tackle. And you've got to say,
Casemiro scissored him early. Marcelo's elbow opened his lips. And now Ramos with a two-footed lunge. Jamie Easton at the Bernabeu sidelines. This changes things.
oh, but what Jamie cannot see here, Phil, is that gesturing from Sergio Ramos. It's the same gestures that got Neymar an extra 3 games. So Sergio Ramos given the red card, and he will be, in all likelihood, hearing from the Spanish authorities about that gesticulation
There was also
towards the referee.
There was also physical contact with the referee. Not much, but it does make things difficult for Ramos to appeal. Neymar had his appeal dropped and is a spectator today, and Ramos might be spectating for 2, maybe 3 matches down the stretch. There what would be the game-winning goal that opens the league race wide open. He has a habit of changing games late. This one not in Real's favor.
Harkening back to his first season, that goal from Ivan Rakitic, where he really did light it up for Barcelona. He's fallen away over the last season and a half, but that was an astonishing strike of demonic skill.
Gomes inside, Piqué, and again Navas keeps it close. Good ball from the Portuguese.
No, it's better than a good ball. It's a magnificent pass by Andre Gomes, who pulls it back into the heart of Real Madrid's defense, and Gerard Piqué does brilliantly. Beautiful give and go between Suarez and Gomes, knifes it back. It's a superlative touch to settle it, but again, this Keylor Navas is a one-man wrecking crew with a human moving. Whoa, look out!
Chance for the equalizer. Off balance, off target. Well, they're missing their captain and a center back. They don't have another center back on the bench. And Zidane is putting it all on the table here.
Beautiful ball from Suarez to Messi.
Tackled away by Kovacic. What color will it be? And a yellow against the Croatian.
And he knew he's got to bring Messi down because he's been emasculated by him with the first touch. Messi skips the leg, fantastic pass. Maggio, beautiful honey drip of a touch. And then he knows full well he's got to stop him because he's got Suarez running in away from his defender. Right there, he has a wonderful touch again from Cristiano to try to arrow it back into the danger area, and that should have been a corner kick. And that's why he is screaming his verbals like Mussolini at the balcony. He was right.
Thomas is in. Rodriguez coming in for Karim Benzema. They do have Danilo on the bench. They could have put a defender out there.
What a game. Iniesta's head as well, defying all of his critics that were saying that he's gone to sleep hitting the snooze button. He's been absolutely imperious in that midfield, but there's so many individual performances on both sides of this match.
Aldridge with the foul. Ray going with just Nacho Carvajal and Marcelo in defense. Does this put the bit tight in the mouth of Marcelo? Can they afford to send him up?
They've got to. 2-1 down, and he's been the most advantageous attacker coming out of both the defense and midfield.
Messi swivels to the inside.
Again.
Takes it, and again Navas to the rescue.
An astonishing power on the run from that left foot Stradivarius that is Messi.
Sixth save for the Tico.
Again, centipedes must fantasize about having one left foot like Messi. Here again, skips the leg, fantastic, cuts in beautifully, weighing his options up, says I've got this one, but Keylor says not today.
Down a man, down a goal, and now down from first place if this score holds. Referee did not hesitate when Ramos lunged in. There will be some who will critique it, but I think he got the right choice, made the right decision. It definitely changes the game. Rakitic from the corner. Piqué nods it down.
Oh, break.
Kroos, and a chance with Barcelona
it's
pushed
stretched
forward.
out like spandex here. That's a good ball.
Scrambling over is James to get it.
Barca back in numbers. Needs a special pass here. They'll keep it simple.
Real Madrid has topped the table for 7 straight weeks. Ball driven into the chest of Ter Stegen. They've only been out of first place 2 times over the last 20 weeks.
Fresh legs and power coming on Oh, the ex-Envigado man takes a deflection, but just not quite enough to take it past Ter Stegen.
Again, I remind you, only twice in history has Real Madrid lost the Clásico at home and gone on to win the league. And they will also be distracted with those Atletico matches in Europe. 85th minute, halfway done. Lionel Messi. He was supposed to be slowing down. Only 46 goals this season.
Yeah, they said that the same about Keylor Navas and Busquets and on and on and on. And they're defying them today. Real Madrid still here. Look out again. Good ball.
It was on the left foot of Kroos, though.
Too
Sends it
far
wide.
from Marcelo.
In front, one touch, we're tied. James off the bench and into the spotlight.
Again, the ex-Envigado man. Colombiano brilliance. And a triple shot of Colombian espresso. James arrives like a ghost out of a thick Scottish fog and produces magic. And it's a brilliant ball to feed him. This is an ace of a pass from you-know-who. Marcelo. One touch and then he feigns it, curls it around. It's a bouncing ball. But the bouncing Colombian comes running in. And with that left foot, which turns into a hypodermic, feigns the back of the net, past Ter Stegen, who's got no chance. Never count Real Madrid out. They've proven it so many times this year. When they've been down in the last minutes, they roar back. Again, it's James off the bench for Zidane and the Madridistas. What a game. A bad giveaway.
First Clásico goal.
It's a great
for
feed.
James.
Got options on the inside.
Opens the door for Asensio.
Look out. Brilliant.
In for Ronaldo. Back for James. Tries to square. Second effort, but Ter Stegen back in time.
Like there's an invisible force pulling the ball into this area for Real Madrid. Danger on the counter.
Messi with the foul as he trips up Toni Kroos.
Again, wonderful play by Cristiano. Just a split second too late, and that's a offside call. It's not given. Very close. Seemed to be a half a step offside. Torturous game for both coaches to watch, seeing all the big players, all the world-class players for both clubs shining, trying to eclipse each other, right down to the goalkeepers who have been absolutely off the charts here and given us one of the best Clásicos in my memory, Phil. And we've done around about 25 of these humdingers.
Again, it would have been so easy for Barcelona. Some said they've already quit on the season. Some said they've quit on their manager. Real Madrid has a chance to just let this one coast with their game in
giveaway
hand.
from Gomes.
Now it's Kovacic with Gomes giving chase. Ronaldo out wide. James in support. Back for the Colombian. Lifts it over for Marcelo, but he couldn't get much on it.
And slack defending from Barcelona in the midfield. Nearly pays the price.
'89th minute, halfway done. Is there a winner? Kroos.
And
split six.
So much space on that right side for Real Madrid to attack.
And they're playing a man down. Asensio from the left. Asensio! And now the 10th save for Ter Stegen. Again to the kid.
Oh!
Ronaldo off balance and his left foot can't turn it home.
More than heroic from Real Madrid. As you say, playing with a man down, it's like they're playing with two men up. Very slack from Barcelona these last 10 minutes, allowing Real Madrid to come very much into this race. But here comes the Illusionista, still looking for glory.
Been some injuries, been some goals, but probably not much more than 3 minutes to be added. Lifted across, headed back by Marcelo to his netminder. The referee has stepped into the spotlight today. The red card to Sergio Ramos.
Well, both these defenses been working harder than a one-eyed cat, covering 3 mouse holes, both ends of the field, and have relied on their goalkeepers to bail them out so many times. It looked as if both these clubs had massive opportunities to sink the Wales harpoon into this game, but it's just been amazing.
Just 2
Ding-dong
minutes.
football, 2 minutes to play.
And 2 minutes maybe with the league title on the line. If Real Madrid can come back and score a winner, it's hard to imagine Barcelona catching them. Touch back for Suarez. If Barcelona gets a winner, momentum in their favor. If it ends level, Real still in the driver's seat, but the possibility remains.
Again, Toni Kroos finds a wide man. Marcelo weighs up all the options in a nanosecond, and then the ex-Envigado man produces a terabyte of skill in that nanosecond. Masterful finish, sharp as vinegar, and the octopus goes disco.
And if that goal holds to fight back for the point, it would mean Real Madrid has fought back for 20 points from losing positions this year. No one in Spain has been more successful coming from behind. Ronaldo watches it sail, asking his teammates to dig deep. Pressure in the Barcelona end. Roberto to Piqué. Busquets to Roberto. Did they gamble too much? The Champions League hero against PSG leading the break. Gomes looking for the overlap. Alba inside. It's Messi!
Again, the medicine man arrives and sinks his flaming spear into the hearts of Real Madrid. Astonishing from Messi. Beautiful counter-attack. All the pieces falling into place. Messi, born in the crossfire hurricane, and he is jumping Jack Flash right here. Amazing football. The defenders are left with bees flying around him, and he cared not about the yellow card. Messi, you could drop a tarantula into his shorts and he'll still be cool. Demonic skill from Sergi. Picks the right pass out of his pocket. Gomes leads it back. Jordi Alba sells it. Messi catapults it home. And again, if he's shown a Rorschach blot, he'd see goals all day. Indecently majestic football in the end to pull this out of the fire. Messi, the nerve of the cat burglar, and cool as the seeds inside the cucumber. Kehler, as always, extends himself. Look at how deep this is. Sergio Roberto, full space, like that Star Trek ship, and he hits warp speed. Wonderful cutback. Jordi Alba sees Messi.
And that will do it. He was bloodied, he was bruised, he was battered. But at the end of 90 minutes, it is Messi that stands on top. 3-2, Barcelona at the Bernabeu. Only the second time they've won back-to-back under one manager.
And this goal,
Liga.
a goal that will give Barcelona fans an arousal that'll last for more than 4 minutes. So you better call your physician. Messi, man of the match, roars his man home.
Brought to you by Hennessy. And boy, I have a feeling they will be celebrating tonight in Barcelona. 2-3, Barcelona on top.